Hello, and welcome to Chuckware Release 7.0. At this time, I'm going to rename the software to Dust City Designs Order Entry and Tracking System, or DOTS. I'll step through some of the more significant changes in this release. The biggest change is in the incorporation of a handheld scanner, and the first use will be for Tater in the shipping department. So let's get started. The first thing you'll notice on the main menu is obviously the name change to DOTS and the new version number. I also rearranged the screen a little into two columns instead of one for ease of navigation. There are a couple of new buttons here that I'll step through. The first is primarily for Matt in the design queue. I built a layout to just list those orders in the design queue for ease of navigation for Matt. I'll jump in there in a few minutes and show you what's in there. The other new button is for use of the scanner in the shipping department. This one should make it much easier for the shipping department, and Tater in particular, to scan in shipping labels. Again, I'll step through this layout and process in a few minutes. The first change I want to point out is the navigation. I'll jump into the work order main menu to show you a change that will be common throughout this release. The search fields are now triggered by hitting the Enter or the Tab key, so you don't have to hit a search button. I also added a field to display the work orders entered in the last X number of days and the number of stickers that are in the found set, just in case you need to see what has been entered. Now let me show you some changes to the work order print. I removed several of the fields that I think aren't needed for the movement of a work order through the production area. Now let me know if I remove something that is still needed. I added the work order barcode for processing through the queues. We'll see a little later how that will be used. I also expanded on the checkboxes at the bottom of the screen, and I thought this might be helpful when we were working through the packaging area. Let me know if I need to change this around or add or delete some of this. I have color-coded these to the areas that I thought that were being processed in the packaging area. The next thing I did in the print process is add a layout for the little file cards we noticed just clipping to the front of the boxes with stickers needing work. You can print these by hitting the Yes button when asked in the print process. I built a sheet of 4 file card size prints that can be used to clip to the front of the boxes. Here's a look at the file cards. I have barcoded these also. The barcode is the work order followed by a -001 through -004. We think we could be able to use these later. Now I'll briefly show you the new Orders on Design Queue layout for Matt. This layout is similar to the work order main, but it only shows work orders in the design queue. The color coding is similar to the dashboard in that the blue background is orders that are being processed. Again, the work order search field and orders entered in the last N days field are triggered by the Enter or Tab keys. Now, if you do search by work orders entered in the last N days, it will show all work orders, including those not in the design queue. You can also search for orders not on the design queue. Example is work order 4250. You can see here in this group, it's already been passed the design queue by the yes in the Go To laser column. The biggest change in this release is the introduction of the handheld barcode scanner. I found this one on Amazon for 20 bucks and it works perfectly. We can spend a little more time and get the wireless versions but for now, to prove the concept, I just got this inexpensive one. The next new button is the Scan Shipping Label. Tater can use this handheld scanner to now enter the shipping label. Here's how easy it is. Simply hit the Scan Shipping Label button on the main menu. The cursor moves to the work order entry field. Now take the work order printout and scan the barcode. Once scanned, hit the Enter key. The work order will open up and the cursor move to the tracking number entry field. Now scan your tracking number label. I look at the tracking number and identify the carrier and fill in that field. Once the tracking number is entered, you can click on the Display and Track Shipments button to see all the tracking numbers for this shipment. You can see I've already scanned in several different tracking numbers and several different shippers. I did this to demonstrate some other things. Now I've made some modifications on this screen. If you click the tracking number, I'll open up your browser and go to the shipper and track the shipment like this. The added feature here is if you have multi-shipments with one or more carriers, you can click on the carrier and I'll track all shipments for that carrier, like this. There you see all 4 shipments for this one shipment. Now, if you're already in the work order and you just want to scan in the shipment tracking number, you can do this by clicking the Scan Shipment Barcode button. I'll clear the tracking number and the shipment fields and place the cursor in the tracking number field. Then just use the scanner to scan in the tracking number. You can see this time I scanned in a UPS number. It's pretty much just that easy. Now let's go look at this. So you got 3454, and there it is in the list.